Okay, so welcome to our fan Q&A. This week we are talking to Glenn Billing. So Glennie, welcome, and how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. As I said before we started this, just really happy to be back playing and really enjoying it. So yeah, good.
Excellent. So how are you finding the early going so far in terms of playing and sort of getting back to the routines?
Yeah, like I say, I'm just so glad to be back. But we've got a few new faces, so I think it'll take a little time for us all to gel. But if Sunday's anything to go on, hopefully it should be a good year again. So hopefully we can build off Sunday's performance and take that into this week.
The first question we've got, actually, it's two people asked very similar questions. Firstly, what Charles on Facebook said, how old were you when you started to play ice hockey? And then Millie, who submitted through Instagram, said, what made you want to start playing hockey? So really we're asking, how did you get into ice hockey? What age did you start that?
Yeah, no worries. So I started skating at 3 years old, and then started playing properly about 4 years old. So I was an early starter. Started in my local team, Romford. My parents were big Romford Raiders fans, and as early as I can remember, I was taken to the game every Sunday at Ron Valley Way, and I just said to my parents I wanted to give it a try. They got me doing skating lessons first to get those fundamentals in, and then the rest is history, really. Never fell out of love with the game since, so I still love it.
Okay, so question from Tyler on Instagram said, what junior team did you play for?
Yeah, so sort of like I kind of said in the last question, I grew up playing in Romford. I played there until my last year on the 16s. Unfortunately, the rink closed then, and then they started building the new rink, which they have now. At that point, I went to the Okanagan Hockey Academy program in Swindon, which was unbelievable as well, getting the chance to train every day, and also getting some opportunities to play up with the Swindon Wildcats in the EPL. So, yeah, all my juniors was down in Romford, and had some great memories and made some lifelong friends.
Moving on to Clayton through Instagram, asks us a question: what's the best thing about playing for Peterborough?
Oh, that's a very good question. I was actually surprised how much nicer it is playing as a Phantom than an away player. When the crowd are behind you, it gets so loud down at Bretton Way. So I really enjoy that. I really enjoy, playing for titles. We're always there or thereabouts. And also I love the group that we have. I think we've got a great set of guys, great coach in Slava and Baka. And that's why I've stayed, really, just because we have such a great room.
So from Karen, she asks, out of the shirts that you've worn for Phantoms, which one or colour is your favourite? Do you have a favourite?
It's controversial, I think, but I did kind of like the camo playoff ones. I thought they were very unique. I did also like the orange ones last year, the one behind you. I thought they're pretty cool. So I'd have to say those two. But I do like the white ones this year as well. I think they're very sharp, very clean. So probably those two, and the one this year looks good and all.
Okay, so next question we have from Tommy on Instagram asks, what is your favourite all-time goal for the Phantoms?
Favourite all-time goal? I'd say probably the OT one against Swindon was up there, just because it was, packed house and it's a really tight game, and we were sort of fighting with them for the title, and it meant so much. Maybe, I'd have to say that one sticks in the memory. Maybe one in the Autumn Cup final when we won it the first time in the treble season. They're probably the two that stick out in the mind, but I enjoy scoring goals. Who doesn't? So.
Question we have from Lee Elias sends us this on Facebook, asking, what's the greatest aspect of being able to represent your country on the ice and to be part of an emerging hockey nation?
Well, firstly, obviously, being able to represent your country in anything is just a massive honour, and I feel so fortunate to be able to have done it, and to win a gold medal and 2 bronze medals as well is just surreal. I still can't believe it when I talk about it now. It's my greatest achievement of my life, to be honest. But when you play for your country, you get to travel as well, and you get to test yourself against some of the best. So some of the best memories I've ever had, and like I say, the best achievement for me was probably winning gold medal with GB. In terms of the emerging country thing, I think seeing the men do so well at the moment in top pool, and all the talent that's coming through just makes you a bit proud, and the hockey world has never considered GB as a big hockey nation, but I think they're starting to take notice now, with what Kirky's doing, and like I say, what the men's are doing in the top pool and how they're staying up and they're competing. It makes you proud to watch, definitely.
Paul on Facebook wants to know, there's a disaster in the dressing room, you've got to get everybody out. Who do you save first and why?
That's a tough. I can only save one person. Only one.
First.
Only one person. That's a tough one. Maybe Paddy, just because he's been my line mate for the longest. We've been together for a long while. But I could say, Luke, who's just come into the team, because I've probably known him as a person the longest. And then you have to argue, one of the young boys, because they've got the longest left to live in their life. Let's go with that. I'm going to say Billy Thorpe, just because, he's got the longest left to live, so he probably deserves that second chance more than any of us.
Okay, and one from Stephen asks, score a worldie or a good punch-up?
Well, anyone who knows me knows that I'm a lover, not a fighter out there. So, score a worldie all day. I don't really know what to do with my fists, so definitely, score a worldie for sure.
Pete asks, actually is on behalf of his daughter Jess, she would like to know, what's your favourite fast food outlet and what's your go-to order?
I'll probably have a go-to for all of them, to be honest. I love a treat on a Sunday at the end of the weekend after a long weekend of games. I'd have to say KFC, and I think I'd go wicked variety bucket to myself, and a large bottle of Tango. That's probably my go-to for sure. But I have to shout out, we don't have many in this country, but Tim Hortons definitely get yourself down there, because that's a game changer, especially for breakfast.
Jordan Marr wants to know, what is your favourite LGBTQ plus friendly nightclub in MKNY?
All right. So, a bit of a story. When me and Marzi played in MK, and Luke for that matter as well, we used to go to this place called Pink Punters on a Sunday night. It's a massive club in Milton Keynes, and it's huge. There's different rooms with different music going on, and everyone's having a good time. It's definitely somewhere you could get lost for a few hours, let's just say that. So that was had some great memories in there. So Marzi's on about Pink Punters. Definitely recommend, if you ever get the chance, check it out, because it's definitely a once in a lifetime experience for sure. Just a massive thank you for the support so far. Obviously we didn't know what the reaction would be since we've come back after COVID, but I have to say, the 2 games that we've had at home so far, the building's been rocking. So just thank you so much for your support, and please, I hope it continues, because we do really appreciate it.
Thanks. So that wraps up the Q&A for this week. Glennie, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you at the weekend for the big game.
Cheers, Matt. See you then, mate.